So what's going to happen is this: you can change your perks on your car. It doesn't matter if it's blue, pink, or yellow. They'll all be able to change if you have spare parts and you have enough money. My suggestion: do not you cannot use crew credits on it. Thank God for that. You need that for something else. So it's fine. Okay. And the good thing about it is that you can still go faster. Okay. So when I go and enter a race with Lucky, and which gives me more better quality drops. Um, let's just get out of here real fast. All the way down to yep. It's a better quality drop for Lucky and Rich. Obviously, more money. Now, keep in mind, I'm driving a Viper, yes, but this is a touring car. There's a big difference in the speed. Ow. As you can tell, I can't drive that well. I actually can, but prefer not to. So let's go. Let me go to a thing real fast. Yeah, you do get screwed up, but your car does heal, which is pretty nice. So it's not really a big deal. Let me go to a race which will heal my car up. Activities. pro racing touring car. So I'm guessing there's a yeah, the anyway, we go over here. Let me switch to hard, and you'll see why. The reason you go for a hard or everything else, because you can get better chances of getting some more stuff, better stuff. But remember how messed up my car is? It's still messed up, nowhere near as bad. But as soon as I go in here, it won't be. As soon as it chooses me for accepts it, I accept everything. It'll be fine. Remember how bad it was? Now look at it.
3,
completely
2,
fixed, as if nothing ever happened.
1.
That's just the way I tuned it.
Nitro jump. Gotta love it. Makes you fly. This by itself should actually make your car like no longer work, but it's a game. Can't complain too much. Now, again, there is I'm using a controller for PS4 Pro, so I'm not using the actual wheel for this. So, yeah. If I was using a wheel, you'd be able to control this thing so much better. A lot more smooth. It'd be like butter, seriously, it's just, yeah. Using nitrous. Here's a jump for one of two jumps. Well, actually, one of three, because the first one we have to do. These ones you don't have to. Remember the one about the pure? Yeah, that will continuously give me more nitrous as I use it. You can get a whole lot faster. As you can tell, I slowed down in in air. I understand, but you get a lot more of it. So you can do some pretty crazy stuff. So sorry about that. Now, this is a pretty easy track. It really isn't the hardest. Unless you do what I do. But even then, the cars are so far behind you, it's not even worth anything. I know. And you'll see why I get lucky and I get loot digger. Now, all that goes through, see, that's what Rich does, makes you have a lot more. And that's actually more than what you get normally. Gets a lot more parts than what you would get normally. So, you know, like I said, pretty simple to do, really. Not that difficult. Costs lots of money. I'm not gonna lie. I'll show you on a new car or a car I haven't done yet, and I'll show you just how much money it actually costs just to do a car the way you actually want. It's not cheap, by any means not cheap at all. But you can. The good thing about this game, you have unlimited money. Well, mainly unlimited money. You can always go buy it, you can always do a race and you can always get more money. It really isn't that big of a deal. Now there is a set called Nitro Chemist on here that gives you double the nitrous. That really helps you a lot more. You could just fly, like you can go so much faster. And keep in mind, I'm in a touring car. Of course, it's hitting everything possible, but still a touring car. You could change the horn too. But in the process, okay, let me show you what I mean by getting a new car. I have vehicles for this that I have not done yet. For a really good reason, I haven't even touched them. Just really haven't really thought about it. Like the Gran Turismo S. Okay, come on. This one I have not touched at all. Period. That's Formula One. That don't change. Let's go with this one. Okay. In performance, steel bone stock. Now, I have pieces for it. I have gold pieces for it. Do they all match? Probably not. I have to make them match. You don't have to. You can make it so it doesn't match. But for me, I like to make things match. So let's say what we need. We need I don't know. Maybe we need something like, I don't know, a score breaker. So we could use this car on slaloms that require a certain number to break or a certain number to get to, and this will break it. This will give me double every single time I pass through something, okay? So let's go score breaker, okay? That's that thing that looks like a circle with a tail. Let's go with that. Get all that with the score breaker as best as we can. Get rid of that. Get rid of that piece. Now I'm just picking any random parts that have the score breaker, which obviously you find out we won't have them here. Okay, so we're just gonna pick a random piece for time being, and again we'll go back on to the other one. And we'll see if we have any more. We'll give you 3 of them. Pure frenetic. Pure shifty. Okay, which pure is... Okay. Again, checking to see if we have the pieces We have two of them. And taking sensor and okay, whatever. So popular and ventilated. And that's pretty much about it. Okay. And the tires. I'm getting rid of the ones that are not gold, obviously. If I have a lot of gold, I'm gonna get rid of them. And we have this one, skilled air intake. Now, all the match except for one, which is the magnet, because I didn't have one for that. Now, you can still make that work for you. You will not have the set bonus of score breaker, but you will still be able to, but you still will be able to, you know, get what you need. So 8,000 is minimum. Now it's time to raise up what we need. So rich can't go any higher. It's already at 3%, which is fine. Lucky is at 17%. Now we're gonna change lucky. Okay, we're gonna change lucky, and this is where it gets expensive. Now you want collector, frenetic, not really. Rear drag, no. Popular, no. Nope. Air intake, you don't want air intake. Rear drag, no. Gold finder, no. Frenetic, no. Sensor, no. Ventilated, no. Air intake, nope. Drag bump, nope. Resourceful, that helps a lot, especially if you're lacking nitrous for braking. That helps a lot, but no. Shifty, no. Pure, no. Sensor, no. This is where it gets expensive, because you have to keep rolling them to get the ones you're actually looking for. That's the one we want. It's called skilled. Now we get to go here on skilled again, and obviously it's lower than 8.3, so we're going to keep it. And again, now we know what we have to get, so it's going to be rich and skilled. So we're going to go on to our next one. Skilled is already there. It's going to go higher or lower. It's going to go higher to 6.1. Perfect. Air intake, get rid of it. Rich 2.7. The highest you can go is 3, so we'll stick with that. We'll try for skilled again. Higher or lower? 10% is the highest you can go. Perfect. Now, because this one is what it is, you can use this to whatever you want as a wild card. All the rest is going to be one certain set. It's going to be score breaker, and it will be used as such as a score breaker. So points and money, obviously, because there won't be no point, if you only use it for slaloms. So you want to go for, as if it's a part you don't have or a set you don't have. In this case, you want to be able to use that part as a backup to whatever you need until you get the actual part set you actually want. So what we'll do is this, okay? Rich is there, so it's fine. Lucky we won't really need, but we will get, well, yeah, you know what? Sure, we'll just keep lucky on there. We'll keep rich on there, obviously. Okay. We could just go with skilled, but there's no point to it. Then we'll go on the motor core. Again, you have pure and frenetic. We're gonna change those. This is again lucky. Don't need it. Nope. There's a drag bump. Don't want it. Air intake again. It's gonna take a while. You were gonna go through a lot of stuff and a lot of money. There. Okay. There's rich. Okay. Is it go higher? No, it's not. Okay. Pure. Get rid of it. Skilled 7.3. Okay. Is it gonna go higher? No. It goes to 5. So we're gonna keep it. Okay. Now we're gonna go to exhaust again. Shifty and Goldfinger. We don't want any of those. We want rich and skilled. So we're gonna get rid of it. Like I said, this takes a lot of time and a lot of money. This is where your patience pays off. Okay, skilled. It's gonna go up, gonna go down. Good, goes up. Good. Okay. Shifty, obviously no, we want rich now. Lucky's fine. I'm not gonna lie. Lucky's good, but if you have other cars that has Lucky already on it, there's no point to having another car that has Lucky on it. You can always switch out vehicles and switch out parts to different cars for it. If you want to drive a different car for something different, that's fine. My honest suggestion though is to go after what you know is right, what it works, and work with that and get to where you want to be at. People are going to tell you, oh, do this. I'm not going to tell you to do that. But I will tell you one thing outright. If you want to win races, get really good at not how fast your car goes, but at car control. Car control is going to be your number one thing to aim for. Because if you can't control your car, there's no point. You will not win a race. And you see how I am literally not getting any more money? Okay. That's easy to do. Not a big deal for that. Because I'm at $16,413 per roll. It does go up. 16,413 is the highest though, so it does take away everything very quickly. So let's go do a race real fast, and I'll show you with the Renault, which has just whatever. It's just there as just whatever, essentially, at that point in time. Okay. And see, I don't have any. There's like a lot of the sets I don't have, which is fine. I'm not really worried about it. It still goes very, very fast, so it's fine. This one is my overall favorite. This one already has the Gold Finder, the Lucky, and extra pump. It doesn't have the ridge to it. This is more for I'll show you, okay? I'll show you. I'll do that one thing again, that one I did. Same race again, but I'll use this card instead. And I'll show you what this card does. This card is very good at handling. Handles wonderfully. And this is not for money, but this is for parts. You can make the parts a little easier, a little better each time. So now we're going to go here. We're gonna change our car before we go in. So we're going for baby, which is Porsche. Okay. Typical Porsche sound. Remember, this is for parts, not for money. I'll still get money for it, sure. This is for parts. The reason you have gold, you would have Gold Finder and Lucky on there, and Extra Pump, because you really don't need, you know, this also has Loot Digger on it, so you're gonna have a lot more stuff. And I do mean lots of stuff. But what you saw the last time with just Lucky and the Loot Digger, this is this makes all that look like nothing. Yeah, this would destroy your suspension very quickly if you were doing in a road car, obviously. Again, we have full nitro now. Now we're gonna fly. That's it. The natural jumps that they've always allowed them, but now it's even more so. It makes it so much easier to do things. So, when it's time and you think you have the goal, just run for it. It makes the most sense to do your best on these things. If you have someone that's better at this, go ahead and do it. This would now, like I said, parts. So there's a, I think there's a white one in here somewhere. Yep. Okay, I guess not. It looked like it was white. So all those blue and pinks, great. If you're in what's it called? If you don't have any legendary, great. Go ahead, use those. Blue and pinks will do great. You won't get a very high double say, like, for instance, you won't get a very high double the way I have, I have triple. Um, you won't get, you know, where it says, you know, the gold finger, the lucky, the extra pump, or the loot digger. You won't get any of those, but you will get one or another, which is fine. But I did get some money, so I can spend on my minute. I think get two more turns. So let's go back to the car I was at. Okay. See, you can get two right there, fine, but you will not get the actual set bonus. I tend to delete them because I have too many gold as it is. Again, I have enough. I think. Yeah, two more. Okay, so there's rich. Okay, now we can go for higher or lower one more time, and it's higher. Perfect. 1.6, and I'm done. And now I have to do another one. My suggestion, if you want to do something like this, make sure you have enough money first. So what we're going to do, we're going to go on a bit of a longer race, street race, and we're going to go on the Red Rock Run, which is, I don't want to deal with the what's it called, with the grind. If I can get money quick, I will. I mean, grinding is fine. The entire game about grinding, just not as bad as, say, other games. Okay. Again, with street race, we'll go into street race real fast, and actually, let's just pull in the come back out again. We'll go into here, come back out, and then we'll switch in reverse. And it switches our car, and we're good. And just get out of the road here. It just gets annoying when all the cars start backing up on you. So, in here again, you can go to performance, and again we have all what we actually want. Like I said, I have Bender, great for harder. Let me. There's some extra parts I don't need. Again, if you have a lot of, if you have a lot of extra parts, you don't really need them. The green ones, especially, they're good there in a pinch. But once you start building your car up, then it's pretty much not. It's just, yeah. So let's go for this one right here. Bender, and I don't know if you guys can read it, but it says increase the player's lean bonus for bikes. It does wonders for it. Of course, I don't have enough money to change it, but the more you lean, the better it is to turn. So obviously that's a very good example of it. Again, now I'll give you a good example. You see green, it gives you performance, yes, but it gives you no perks whatsoever. Passive or active, it doesn't give you nothing. Great if you just want to get your car up to maximum, but if you can do better, do it. Do so. If you can get better than green, do it. Blue gives you your what you need. Also gives you one perk, either active or passive. It doesn't matter what you choose, active or passive. It works. Still beginning, but you still get a perk. Red, obviously, it's double. Great parts. I'm not gonna lie. It's not gold. It's not legendary, but it's the same as green and blue and even legendary. Only the difference between this and this is the set bonus. That's the only difference. So if you max out all your stuff with red or purple in this case, this is a epic. I guess you would call it an epic drop. This is a rare drop, and this is a common drop. So it depends on what races you actually do. Well, again, it's the same way as if you want to change them, it's the exact same way. Very simple, very easy. You just have to have enough money to actually do so. Okay. And yeah, each time you scrap a part, it gives you spare parts that you can use to change your rolls. Okay, again, it's the same. 1 perk, 2 perk, 3 perk. If you recognize the perks at the beginning, it helps you a lot in getting you the extra boosts in the beginning of the game. Does wonders for the end game and whatnot. But if you're not used to doing if you're not used to them, go for green to start. It will get your car up to performance level that you need to do some of the other stuff. And then you can work on getting your sets up there, your blue and your red sets, once you're more confident in what you're doing. And as you can see, even though I'm really high in my icon, at my level, I'm still getting blues and greens and reds. You're always going to get them until you max out your points, and those points are called icon points. I'm gonna show to you those in a bit, but once you max them out in the comfort section, again, you won't get those until you hit the roll of icon. But once you do get those, and there is enough of them, you can start making the game work for you. It's like open the keys to your kingdom. It's great. You can make it so much easier, so much better, so much faster to level up. Okay. Again, complete set, fame magnet. That means I get more followers, more XP, if you want to call it that. But to be honest with you, I'm gonna go to pilot. I'm gonna show you what I mean by icon. These are icon points. You need to get at least icon 1 to get these, but icon 1 I think will give you 5 points. I think it is at first. It's not much, but when you start hitting icon 600, icon 1000, you start getting some shit points. Start racking up there, and they add a lot to the gameplay. So obviously, we'll go here, actual gameplay. All these are wonderful because, as I said about the skilled, it adds 5% all point-based skills. That means every car will do it. But if you have skilled already on your car and it has a percentage, it's even higher. Graceful, great for air rotations, and that is needed if you're going to go off road. Gifted, again, it's great. Air race, acrobatic. This has the this one, magnificent. It's great. The magnificent helps you. The extreme mode is even better. But if you really want to be good for certain things, perfectionist and gateway will help you the most. If you like drifting, hothead and slippery, perfect. Again, I'm not a drifter, so I don't use it. Vehicle, you can tell what they all do. It tells you what the bulldoze does. This, I'm not even gonna lie, bulldozer is by far the best thing to use in it works for all cars, but if you really want to give it the most bang for the buck, you want to use it in, you want to get bulldoze maxed out as much as you can in your demolition derby cars, because it will do the most damage and it will give you the most feedback. It's wonderful. Yep. Bumper. Again, that can go either way. You know, shifty, air intake, and bump draft. No, well, it's considered bump draft. Is what it is. Drag bump. We get all from shifty all the way to here. We'll give you, well, mainly shifty and air intake for slipstream. You want to make your car to catch up to the front very quickly using the slipstream. Those are the two for you. You want to get ahead further and just go, balls to wall. Get the drag bump and rear drag. It will really help you the most. Muddy and bender. Bender again is for this to lean. Again, I this, and then muddy again off road. Okay. Okay. So as you're doing that, so as you're going for muddy, it decreases the bumps, which is great because if you're off road, you're bumping around a lot, jumping around a lot, and the deceleration, it will decrease how much you lose in your overall speed. Now, this is the area that I was thinking about comfort. Rich, obviously, it tells you where it is. You will not be able to access this if you're not Icon. But again, obviously, you see 2100 over there. Rich is how much money you get. But here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna reset this particular thing. I know my stuff's out, so it's fine. I'm gonna reset it, all zero. Okay. Now here's the thing. You want really good stuff, right? Okay, you always want nitro always on your side, right? Okay, max these out. If you have the points to do this, do it. Okay. Okay. So tricky, obviously all this helps out. If you want more money, you go after this. But here's the thing. Even though it says 557 points I have, it's only going to be 55.7%. Okay? Keep that in mind. Again, with the followers, it's only 0.1%. Goldfinger, 0.1%. Lucky going to be your best at 0.2. You'll go up pretty fast on that to begin with. But you can do these all on your car and get a pretty high percentage. This just happens to be one of the ones that you don't really have that much, really. But you see, as I'm pumping in points, it's only going up by like a 1.5%. Okay. So this should tell you something. Like I said, 550 some points is 55.7%. Doesn't seem like kind of a good thing, does it? But it is what it is. So there you go, 55.7%. But again, pure increases natural power by 10%, Extra pump increases natural the refill speed. That comes in handy. That you can even boost up further, so you almost have like instant nitrous. Again, you don't have to be eye contact to get this stuff. As long as you can build the percentages on your existing, you're fine. You don't need to have, let's say you don't have extra pump or unlocked yet. You can still get it on your car. Those are always active. That really isn't a problem. But what you should be aware of, that people that have the icon points are going to have a 5% in that over you. So 5% may not sound like much, but 5% will add to their overall scores. Will add to overall percentages that they can go further. If you like to jump, this is your guy right here. Ventilated for every single jump, your nitro will increase. Won't increase, but it will refill a lot faster. And again, you can build this. All these you can build even further. If you do a lot of braking or a lot of skids, that'll probably be the best. Frenetic is going to be your number one thing to use. As long as you use it, it will increase. Again, you can build it up faster. Drifty, again, tricky, fine. These two, sensor and collector. Now, in the game, I don't know if you know about this, but in the game you have a thing called live crates. Think of it as a loot crate, except you don't gotta pay. You don't pay for them. They come in the game already pre-done. There's no payment for them, and they give you parts. Either good majority of the time it's going to be parts for your car, or sometimes it'll be visual parts. Okay, and it will give you about, I think, about 500 or so extra followers at base, I do believe. Mine's about 1,000 plus, but it's fine. But sensor, and like I said, sensor increases the radar range, and collector increases the frequency of how of what it is. So those two alone play on each other, so that makes it a little easier for everyone else and for you. And I will warn you right now, there is no I can't say no. It's very, very rare to find the same live crate that someone else gets that you can get. It's very rare. You may find them a mile away, a couple yards away, a couple meters away, but it's very rare to find the same place at the same time. Very, very rare. It does happen, but it's a very rare occurrence. Okay, if you want your stats, obviously it's going to be here. I'm not trying to show off. I'm just giving you an overview example. And yeah, this doesn't lie when it says how long you've been on either. It tells you the time on each one. Again, obviously my thing is going to be is a hypercar. So yeah, touring cars too. But yeah, you get the general idea. As you can tell, that's every single discipline in this game. So there's 16. There's 4 disciplines. I should say 4 families, but 16 different disciplines in this game. Sounds like a lot, but really isn't. As long as game session, free drive, vehicles, that type of deal. How much bucks you've earned, which is the thing that looks like a Bitcoin. I think that's what it actually is supposed to represent, Bitcoin, but I don't know. It tells you how much you've earned for each thing. Driving distance, 88,000 miles. which is ironic, but yeah, okay. The highest speed. Most of those were. I don't remember how I got some of those. I think they were KH, not MPH, but whatever. And of course, the social tells you how many crew friends you have, that type of thing. I mean, it tells you about itself. So, yeah. Okay. The good thing about the crews, you can add up to 3 more people, including you. And I kind of wish it was more than that, but that's not saying much, really. But yeah, you can do that. You do get narratives. These are in the game. You do earn these, and you do get trophies for them. Not everyone has a trophy, but once you collect the entire thing, you do get a trophy for it. And it tells you, like, the top one, how street racing is. Is going to go legit? Is going to be illegal? It's up to you. This one tells you about a guy named Tuck or Tucker. Tells you, hey, you know, we're not, you know, we're not the richest, but we can see, you know, in wildlife and whatnot. This one tells you the one for freestyle. Again, go crazy or go home, that type of deal. And pro racing, it's more, well, just that, pro racing. You know, so it's a little fun little thing to actually watch. Once you unlock everything, you get a thing, you get a trophy called a something narrative director or some kind of thing like that. And of course, you have your timeline, which I'm like, I already got the car already. But each one of these is good because it gives you something different, you know. I get my right now, okay. So I got another part for street race. It depends on what car you actually have. See, it says loot is based on your current vehicle street race. You can change that to, if you have enough saved up, you can change it to air race and get your parts up that way. Tells you how many followers, that type of deal. And gallery. Again, I'm not the best at taking pictures. But you know, you can see what you can do and do it from there. You can make your own pictures from there and see how it works, and it's fine. It's not the best, you know. It's really isn't. So let's go back to what it was, and I'll do this. This was like an 8 to 12, 15-minute race. It starts in Vegas and ends in Yosemite. So yeah, these are just my vanities, so don't buy that too much. It did look cool though. And this is on Ace, so it's gonna be the hard. This is the hardest setting.
2, 1.
Get as high, get as far further as they can from these guys. They will push you around and gonna give you make you have grief from this thing. Where's those things at? There they are. Yeah, there's a reason why I do that. I do not like to take that one turn the way they want me to take it, because it's very tight. And when you're on a bike, it's not always the best. Now I will let you know when you're in first player and you're not playing with anybody. You're not in the crew, right? You actually pause the game. You got about 5 minutes to actually do that before the game actually will kick you out. But that's all because you're always on server. So, you know, which again is fine. You ever heard of a Harley Davidson hitting damn near 200 miles an hour? Which I can't hit. A Harley Davidson street bike hitting 200 miles an hour? Yeah, it's kind of unheard of. I got a peggy horn. I got a bad horn. High pitch horn. Kind of funny. You can change the horns. I just don't. Because it's kind of. I mean, I don't have any major horns to actually change. I have all the standard. I don't buy into the game, so. I just don't. I don't see a point to. I just don't do it. But that's just me. Not saying it's bad. Just saying I just don't do it. So a lot of the stuff that you can buy, go right ahead. It's up to you if you want to do it or not. You know. It's your money, you do what you want with it. I just myself don't do it. I mean, yeah, if you don't buy into it, you lose out on a lot of the one-off things. But a lot of the stuff, like for some of the cars, yeah, you'll miss out on them. Which is fine. But the thing is, in this game, you can't sell the cars, so it's all one giant collector anyway, so it's all fine with me. And yes, I cheat. I can tell they're all way behind me, and that this is going to continue, like a lot. I'm going to cheat again. I know I'm a cheater right now. I know I'm a dirty cheater, I know, right? But, you know, hey, if you have a distance to do it, you know? And yes, you will see this in a hypercar race in New York. But this, like, toward the end of the race. Which is both the same case for this one, too. We had this was toward the end of the race, like middle to end. You'll see the same one at New York Hypercar, more toward the end, around the 50 to 80%. Like I said, this is a server-based game. You can play with up to 4 friends, or actually 3 friends if you include yourself. But yeah, you can play with a lot of people actually. It doesn't have to be your friends. You can have random people on here and play with them too. Which does help. You can help them out as well. If you are stronger than they are, I suggest you help them out. A lot of my friends have helped me out on here, and I'm thankful for it. I was able to get as high as I am and know the tracks and all to do because of them. You know? Because they did help me out on this. And then I helped out my other friends too. So this game gives you the ability to share, not money, not parts, not experience. It's all done separately, but you can share the experience. This gives you a version of co-op, which is wonderful because if you win the race and your friend doesn't, you get the points as if he won first place. People do take advantage of that, which I know a few, but you know, people will take advantage of it. Oh, you know, and won't see a need to actually try if you can do it. But again, if you can do it, you know, there's more power to you. Go somewhere. That was the beaten path here. If you could cheat like that, go ahead and do it. You do it better before you don't beat my ass. Like I said, the thing, remember I told you about the thing for the resourceful, right? I'll use all my nitrous up here, right? And then as I slow down, you're gonna see that my nitrous comes back a lot faster. So I can use it again. Okay. Is it smart? Yeah, use it right, it can be. I'm on ace. Keep that in mind. I'm at the highest setting. Haven't spec'd all my parts out yet. I mean, they are at 280. I go about 200 miles an hour. But again, I haven't spec'd it out to where I want it to be. You know, it's literally everywhere. But if you know about vehicle control, and you can keep your wits about you and keep your car on the road, you have nothing to worry about. You know. There's the finish line. A lot of parts. Not the most, actually. I could have got a lot more, but yeah, it's fine. And then go up one more level, 95. Unknown point. I'll tell you right now, unknown points are just that. They don't provide anything at all whatsoever. I'll tell you that right now. You won't actually use them because you can't. But you won't have to worry about that until like Icon 600. So now we got like 100. We got 100,000 going. Now we can go back into our cars. Let's go with our bike here. But the performance, everything is still shiny, which is fine. We'll get rid of these parts we don't need. Okay. Again, your parts you don't need. Helps you build your helps you build your spare part stores there. Helps out quite a lot. It's just the money that you have to worry about. And again, you have that. So all this is fame magnet. We got a lot of fame from it. That means we got a lot of follower or a lot of XP for that. So we're gonna go for here. Okay. And we're going to go into here, and lucky is fine. We're good on that. We got rich. So this one we can go a little higher than rich. Yeah, 2.2. Actually, that's 2.3. Okay. Let's try over here again. Bender 7.4. Let's go a little higher. 7.4 couldn't do it, so we're gonna keep it at that. Rich is 2.1. Let's see if we can go higher. And we can 2.3. Okay. Let's go here. Again, Bender and Rich. Bender 7.4. Let's try to go higher. No. 2.1 for Rich. Go higher. Nope. Let's try this one. Now this one had extra pump, so points are up to 10. And Bender up to 8. So let's try Bender. No, it went down to 3.5. Let's go extra pump. We'll go a little higher. No, it went down to 6.1. Okay, so we're going to keep that. Lucky, you know, we could go higher. Try 16. No, we can keep it. Extra pump could go up to 10. Will we? No, we'll go down to 10.7. It's all about having to see. This is 1%, okay? 1%. It will go up to 3. So let's see it go higher. 2.7. Perfect. Keep it. This is 6.6. Let's see if we can go higher. And that's a 3. So it would work. But you can get Bender at 6.8. Would it increase Bender? Yes, it would also decrease Lucky Pump. It's a kind of a, you know, it's a thing like that. Okay. And again, this is going to be for extra pump with Lucky. Lucky, we know you can go higher or lower, depends. And we meant 22.9, so that goes 6.6. This goes, this 7.2, then goes up higher. It went up to 10, which is max. So that's at 20% right now. That's at 15% additional, which is great. So you see where everything can be built up. So it's great. It will work to your advantage. Will this go higher than 2.2? Now it goes down again. Okay, so now that we have that, and we have the fame magnet, fine. So we're getting extra money. We're getting a better bend. Okay, we can get extra pump, so extra nitrous, and we can get Lucky. All fine. Now, again, not everything needs bend. Or Bender is mainly for the bikes. So let's go say for, I don't know, S2000. Okay, S2000, I have this. It's every which way possible. I haven't built up on it. Yeah, it's quick, but I have sensor. Why? I didn't take. Why? Bulldozer. Why? It isn't built up. Okay, so you have your option. Sorry, you have your option to do what you want. It takes a lot of money though. So for today, I will say happy racing, and as always, I'll talk to you later. I hope everyone has a good time, and as always, the best way for you to do next is to make sure you always have fun. Okay? Goodbye.